Hi everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome to part 9 of my Dragon Ball Z review and retrospective, taking a look back at the series with Season 9 from the Funimation Blu-ray release, which covers episodes 254 to 291, all the way up into the end, where you can use your headcanon and either follow GT or Super, depending on what you think of either series. But the last episode went kind of long, frankly, because I love the Majin Buu arc. I feel like it gets a lot of unfair criticism. I get that there are certain character arcs that don't reach their full potential, such as Gohan and Goten and Trunks forming Gotenks, and it does sort of revolve around the Goku and Vegeta show, but there's so many great moments, and seeing Super Saiyan 3 and the fight between Majin, Vegeta, and Goku, it's highlights of the series, in my opinion. I know everyone has nostalgia goggles and they love the Frieza saga, but and me too, growing up as a kid, I watched so many reruns of the Frieza saga, and really, as a kid, I only watched the Majin Buu arc the one time when it aired on Toonami in 2002, 2003, and then the series wrapped up, and then we went straight into GT, and actually around that time, Toonami started airing the original Dragon Ball again, and after watching it for so many years, you kind of get burnt out, and watching the movies and stuff, and then you move on to other animes and, series, gaming, whatever. But the last episode went close to 40 minutes. This video will probably be long too. And I didn't talk about, at the end there, you had Gohan getting rescued by the Kais and training on the world of the Kais there with the Z Sword. And also how Gotenks formed with Goten and Trunks fusing right before Goku left to Otherworld. He taught the boys the fusion dance. And he left the boys in Piccolo's care, much to Piccolo's dismay. He's like the cranky uncle or the cranky grandfather to those two. And the thing with those two is they kept, they're doing their fusing, and they're like, oh, we're going to do this super cool move. And they don't even care about winning. They just want to do these flashy moves and stuff. But anyway, I wanted to share this one scene here with Gohan pulling out the Z Sword. So, he's training on the world of the Kais. They give him this gear, and Kabito's all pissed off because he's like, well, no, I mean, he's just immortal. He can't do it. But he eventually does. Oh, there we go.
You guys weren't kidding about this thing. Come on, hands. Be strong. Be strong. Be strong.
The dialogue is kind of cringy, but you gotta love it.
Not even your Super Saiyan strength will be enough, I'm afraid. Your effort is in vain. If the Supreme Kai was unable to extract the sword, how can a simple mortal like yourself ever succeed?
And he's able to pull forth the sword, and you gotta love Kabito putting him down, and he pulls it out anyway, and just the music, the whole Bruce Faulconer score is terrific. And look into Geekdom 101. He has a little documentary video about the Faulconer score, because everyone's like, oh, Bruce Faulconer did it, but really he did the dragon theme when they summoned Shenron, and a lot of other guys did the other music. And another great theme is the Super Buu theme. But anyway, getting a little ahead of myself. So, meanwhile, Majin Buu's been wreaking havoc. The boys are training on Kame's lookout with Piccolo and all of them. And Mr. Satan is actually recruited by the people of Earth, like, all right, you're the world martial arts champion, dude. You got to go take care of Majin Buu. So he's getting all these things in order. Like, he's got a Game Boy that he has rigged up to be an explosive. He has, chocolates that are covered in poison. And he goes to Majin Buu's where he's hanging out, and Buu has this house now that he made of all the dead people that he killed, I guess, or turned them into the house. And just Buu with his the way he speaks, he's like, oh, Buu gonna rest now. Boo, take a shower. And it's him like brushing his teeth, and he gets in these pajamas, and he's just taking a nap. And it's really funny. And before this happens, too, he's like looking to where he's going to put his house, and he meets this blind boy, and he starts talking to the boy, and he's like, oh, how come you're not scared of Boo? And the boy's like, well, I'm blind, dude. What do you expect? So he forges this relationship with the blind boy, and you sort of get these moments where you see, well, Majin Buu, maybe he's really not that bad. Maybe, he's just a goofy guy, and he has this immense power. Maybe he really isn't that bad. So Mr. Satan makes his way there, and actually there's also the scene of Mr. Satan's dog, B, and the dog's injured, and Boo's able to heal the dog, and he starts playing with the dog and having fun, and Mr. Satan sort of sees the humanity in this, and he's like, oh, the guy's not so bad after all, and he gives him the poison chocolates, and Boo eats them, and he's not affected by the poison. He gives him the Game Boy, and it blows up in his face, and Boo's, not affected by it because it's just an explosion. I mean, it's not going to cause any threat to him. And then what happens is these group of men show up, these two guys, and, one of them has a rifle or whatever, and he shoots the dog. He shoots B, and it drives Boo insane because, he was having a moment here with Mr. Satan and the dog where they were just enjoying life. And Mr. Satan's like, come on, Boo, you can heal him again. Use your magic powers. Heal the dog. And Boo does heal the dog, but he gets so enraged that the evil Boo emerges from him. And, he's the fat pink Majin Buu, and this gray, ghostly looking figure emerges. And that's the pure evil form of Boo. And they duke it out. And, of course, the pure evil Boo wins, and he absorbs the fat Majin Buu, and that creates Super Buu, which is the skinnier version of Boo, and he's able to speak more. He has a more intimidating voice. I believe it's the voice actor of Raditz, if I'm not mistaken. So he's able to, and he spares Mr. Satan because he has this funny scene where he twists and turns, and he sees him and he goes, Satan, and Mr. Satan's like, Boo, I'm sorry, Boo, I didn't mean to cause any harm. So, Super Buu essentially kills everybody except for Mr. Satan and those on the lookout, and he makes his way to the lookout, and Piccolo tries to stall, which he does. He makes this hourglass of sand, and he turns it upside down, and it's 3 hours, and he takes Goten and Trunks into the Room of Spirit and Time, the hyperbolic time chamber, and he's like, all right, enough messing around, kids, we gotta train, we can't be doing these stupid moves, and then, they fuse anyway, and they're doing they're just flexing their muscles and just doing stupid moves and, trying to figure out, all right, what is going to be our finishing maneuver? They're WWE wrestlers or something. And Piccolo just keeps face-palming. He's like, oh my God, why am I in charge of this? And actually the way that Piccolo is able to stall is Videl is on the lookout. And, Boo, smells her. And she smells like Mr. Satan, which is kind of funny. And, Piccolo has the sharp sense of, he can hear everything. He's on the lookout. He's fused with Kami, the former Guardian of Earth, so he knows what's going on, and he knows that Mr. Satan was sort of stalling with Boo and had a sense of humanity with the creature. And so he says, this is Mr. Satan's daughter, and you should listen to her. And she gives him the order to wait, and he does, because there's that certain sense of goodness within him with the fat Majin Buu absorbed inside. So, he gets sick and tired of waiting. He starts screaming like a lunatic and starts turning everyone into chocolate. He essentially turns them all into chocolate and kills them. And, that's that. And all that's left is... what happens also is Mr. Popo grabs Dende and throws him off the lookout, knowing that, if Dende goes, the Dragon Balls are gone. So at least they have their backup plan. If everyone else dies, they still have Dende. They can use the dragon to, have their get out of jail free card. So Dende survives. Everyone gets turned to chocolate. Even Chi-Chi and Bulma and all them, and they get eaten. And you have Piccolo and Goten and Trunks formed to create Gotenks, and they get Boo into the Room of Spirit and Time, and Piccolo destroys the door so they can't escape. And Super Boo starts screaming, and he creates this void to escape the Room of Spirit and Time, and they have their battle. And at this point, Gotenks is strong enough because he can go Super Saiyan 3. Because Goku taught them, but he just keeps dicking around. And this is my main criticism, when people talk about how, you have this one, and they're all sort of jobbers. You have Gotenks jobs, and then you have Gohan, and then so on and so forth. You have Vegeta job into the Fat Boo before. And, Gotenks is just a time waster, and I feel like he's in the manga, I know that, but there's like filler in the anime only where he's not Super Saiyan 3 and he's just dicking around and he does the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack and all those moves and everything. And it's just filler and he's annoying. Like, I like Goten and Trunks by themselves, but when they're formed to create Gotenks, he has such an ego and it's like, I can't even take him seriously. He's so freaking annoying. I do feel like Piccolo watching it, like face palming and like, what the hell am I doing here? But they're able to stall for a little bit more time. Meanwhile, Gohan is training on the world of the Kais, and Goku, being in other worlds, senses him and actually teleports to him, uses the instantaneous movement, and they start training together, father and son, right here when he breaks the Z-Sword with his training.
What do you say we put that baby to the test and see how sharp it is?
Yeah, that's
Sure. Great, I'll toss, you slice.
Sounds good to me, Dad.
Let's see now.
Alright, I'm going to fast forward a little bit, because you got to look at Kibito's reaction here. Cuts a rock in half. Because Kibito was the one doubting Gohan the most. He's like, I don't, he's a mere mortal. What is he doing on the world of the Kais? And then, so Goku actually does, it's Kaioshin here, makes this really strong metal. And he says, alright, let's start with the Z-Sword. See what happens.
Here, Goku, catch.
I love Goku's reactions.
Whoa, what's this?
That is the hardest known metal in the universe. It's called Kachin.
Oh, Kachin.
Yes, this will be a much better test.
You're not kidding. Hey, Gohan, ready?
Let her fly, Dad.
All right, here it comes.
Oh no, the sword!
Wield the sword, and you cannot be rivaled. It's legend.
So another thing I love about the Majin Buu arc is there's humor in it. Like in the Cell arc, I mean, there was kind of humor, but it wasn't to the level of the Majin Buu arc. Like, there is a lot of humor. It harkens back to the original Dragon Ball, and I love that. So, he continues his training and stuff, and actually with breaking of the sword, the Elder Kai comes out and starts to train Gohan some more. He gives him like this ancient dance where it unlocks his mystic potential. And this old coot, he's like the Master Roshi of the Kais.
Wake up, you! Sleeping powers! Wake up now! Woo, woo, woo!
Excuse me?
Be still. This is what sets the mood.
That's the mood.
So they do this for a few episodes.
Hey, stop.
And then eventually Goku's like, Gohan's like, sir, how long are we going to do this for? And he's like, 5 hours. We must unlock that hidden potential for 5 hours. And it's just funny as hell. So, they're doing that. All the while, Gotenks is continuing to stall. And just all hell's breaking loose. So, eventually, Gohan gets his power unlocked. And is able to make his way. I don't know why this camera's kind of out of focus all of a sudden. It's alright. He makes his way there. And to the battlefield, and there's a great scene too where Piccolo's like, "It's Goku, what's he doing back here?" And then Goten goes, "No, it's my brother," because at this point, Gotenks and the fusion only lasts 30 minutes, and the fusion had been disrupted, and Goten says, "It's my brother," and Piccolo mistakes him for Goku because he actually makes his way there. Kibito uses the instantaneous movement to get him to Earth, and he says, because he's in the outfit that the Kais gave him, he says to Kibito, "Can you change my outfit here?" And he says, "Oh, so what could a fitting warrior such as yourself want?" And he says, "I want to wear the outfit my father wears." So he changes him into that classic outfit right there and gets ready to battle. And then he has a great battle with Majin Buu. Really, Gohan is more powerful than Majin Buu, but he's sort of cocky. Like, he has like that cocky attitude that he had against Cell. And interestingly enough, with his mystic potential unlocked, he doesn't even go Super Saiyan. He's in his base form. It's sort of like, I guess, foreshadowing an early version of Ultra Instinct, which is interesting. But he's not able to do it, and he gets incredibly pissed off when he's talking to Goten. He's like, "Where are the others?" And Mom's gone. Everyone's, Chi-Chi, they're all gone. Dende's gone. That's what Piccolo says. And Gohan's like, "We can't even revive them. What are we gonna do?" So they battle, and then eventually Buu is like hiding, and what he does is he coerces the boys to fuse again, which they do. And he absorbs Gotenks to absorb his power, as well as Piccolo to absorb his intellect. So he has the knowledge of Piccolo, the strategy of Piccolo, and the power of Gotenks, which Gotenks, if not gloating and acting all cocky, is definitely more powerful, I would say. They mention that the fusing of characters is very powerful. And so he starts getting one over on Gohan. And then, meanwhile, it cuts back to Otherworld, and you have the Elder Kai and Kaioshin and Kibito watching, figuring out, like, oh god, our last chance is gone. And the Elder Kai talks about the Batara earrings, to which he gives them to, or rather, I think it's Kaioshin and Kibito already have them, and they swap them around, and they fuse together to sort of demonstrate. And then the Elder Kai gives his earrings to Goku, saying, all right, you need to go there and fuse with your son if you want to defeat him, which he agrees to. Meanwhile, it cuts to King Yemma, talking to fortune teller Baba, saying, we got to bring this warrior back. And it cuts to Vegeta, and they're like, we need our last ditch effort to save Earth here. So they're giving Vegeta another chance to send him back to Earth, which is awesome. I mean, I loved, Vegeta. It would have been a perfect finale for Vegeta to sacrifice himself and possibly even kill Buu when he did. But bringing him back for a second chance is awesome. And he's going back there. Also, Goku's going back there, because what happens is the Elder Kai forfeits his life, and Goku's halo disappears, and Goku is back alive. And it's funny because Vegeta's back, and he's got a halo now, but Goku's alive. And then eventually they meet each other down there, and Vegeta starts going berserk, and he powers up. The Saiyan Prince will not fall again! And they start powering up, and they're trying to fight one-on-one. And then eventually Gohan gets absorbed by Buu. And it's like, oh god, come on, man. And so it's just Vegeta and Goku now. And then actually onlooking, you have Mr. Satan is still there. He's still alive, funnily enough, with B, the dog. And he meets Dende. And Dende's there, because Mr. Popo threw him off the lookout. And Dende survived, as their last-ditch effort to use the Dragon Balls. So eventually Goku convinces Vegeta, look, dude, we got to fuse. We got to use the earrings. And one of my favorite scenes in the whole series is forming of Vegito.
Why do I care?
Wake up! Majin Buu's eaten everyone we care about! Everyone is gone! Even Bulma! They've become part of Buu! They can't even die! I just thought the least we could do is put our old differences aside, just this once, and really work together. We owe that to our teammates, our families, Vegeta, our friends! Yeah! Look, you've always talked about our Saiyan race, how we're the last of a mighty people. Well, it's time we accept we're starting a new race, one that can be just as strong, just as proud, but not if we're caught up in so much of our old birthrights to see what we have right in front of us. We've lost our old race, Vegeta! Let's not lose this one, too!
Kakarot? How do you know this fusion will be enough to stop him?
I don't know for sure, but I know it's the best chance we have of saving the Earth.
You two have lived long enough!
Here, give it to me.
What are you waiting for? Give it now!
You bet!
It's time to die! Come on! You said right here, right?
That's right, Vegeta. And one more thing. Once we join our bodies, we'll be stuck in that form forever.
Oh, imbecile! You tell me
You gotta
now!
love that.
Don't you think that's important information? To the end of Earth! All right, it's on!
Great! Thanks, Vegeta.
There he is. Vegeta.
All right! Unbelievable! Goku and Vegeta have put aside their differences and fused into one warrior.
So, gotta love the narrator too. But yeah, I love seeing Vegeta. And real quick, I just want to show you, this is another great scene too, where he's just like punching the air, training and shit right before he fights Boo, and it's just funny. Just watch.
Would you look at me? I'm setting records.
What records is he setting? But anyway, like, seeing Vegeta is awesome, and that whole speech that Goku gave to Vegeta before they fused was terrific. I love that, and I love Majin Buu's, Super Buu's voice actor there, Raditz. That's who he is. I forget the name of the voice actor, but just the scene, it's time to die to the end of Earth. Like, that's awesome. I love the voice actor there. But anyway, you know, everyone's been absorbed at this point, and Vegeta fights. In the manga, he just goes Super Saiyan, and they fight real quick. But here, he stalls for a little bit, fighting in his base form, and then he goes Super Saiyan, and he goes, you could call me Super Vegito now. And really just manhandles him, just beats the ever-living crap out of Boo, and it's just great there. And then also, this is around the time when the movie Fusion Reborn came out, and he got an alternative take on it, because remember, they did the Potara earrings, and they didn't do the fusion dance that Goten and Trunks did. And there's always been a debate as to what's more powerful, whether it's the fusion dance or the earrings. I personally think the fusion dance. Just look at the other movies. And they form Gogeta in that, and also in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, they form Gogeta Blue. And I just think that form is much more powerful. But interestingly enough, to get another take on it. So anyway, they have their battle, and then what happens is Super Boo turns him into candy, and they're like basically a jawbreaker or a little lozenger kind of candy, and they start attacking Boo as the candy, beat the crap out of him, and then eventually get absorbed. And they're inside Boo, and what they do is they actually there's a stupid little filler, which, you know, like I said, everyone criticizes the Majin Buu arc for having its stupid filler and stuff, but I think it's entertaining as hell. They beat like these like slugs inside of Majin Buu's stomach, and the voice acting of the slugs, there's like a family. There's like two little slugs and a big one, and they're like, Dad, these guys are being mean. Oh, but listen, sons, don't disrespect the Saiyans. And they make their way inside Boo's you know, the innards of Majin Buu, and they see all the people he's absorbed, and they get the boys, Goten and Trunks, and Piccolo and Gohan, and then eventually even the fat Majin Buu, they free him, and they free all the people. And there's a funny scene too, and they're all coming out of Majin Buu's, like you see on his head too, he's got like all the pores that are open, and you saw even when he was fat, when he was getting angry, like the steam coming out of his head, and the steam starts coming out of his head again, and everyone makes their way out. And, of course, Goku and Vegeta are the first ones out. And as everyone's coming out, Goku has this funny line where he goes, look, Vegeta, people popcorn. And everyone's popping out, like, the popcorn sound effects. And Boo starts screaming like a madman. And he turns into, you know, Kid Boo, the smaller version of Boo there. And it's like the pure evil, the original incarnation of Boo. And he's ready. He forms essentially like this giant spirit bomb, giant Genki Dama of evil energy, and is about to destroy the entire Earth. And what happens is everyone's lying down like they're all unconscious, and Vegeta and Goku are flying, trying to rescue everybody, and Goku's going to use the instantaneous movement to get off Earth before it explodes. And what happens is, he sees his sons there and Piccolo all lying down, but he also sees Dende and Mr. Satan, and he grabs Dende and Mr. Satan instead of his own kids and his friend Piccolo, and they make their way to the planet of the Kais or Otherworld, wherever they go. And Vegeta just goes berserk, like, "You imbecile! You left your own children, your own sons to die to rescue this buffoon!" Referring to Mr. Satan. And Goku's answer really is the fact that he needs to rescue Dende so they can have the Dragon Balls, I guess. But despite Earth blowing up, the Dragon Balls are effectively no use. So they're on the planet of the Kais trying to scheme what to do, and they come up with the plan to for Kaioshin, fuse with Kibito now, and the Elder Kai to go with Dende to New Namek to talk to Elder Mori and get Porunga to save the day, while Vegeta and Goku stay on the planet of the Kais. And what happens, this is also filler too from the anime only, not in the manga, is evil Kid Buu is going from planet to planet, destroying all the planets, going to places where he can find high energies, and he makes his way to wherever King Kai is, training people in Otherworld. Krillin and Yamcha are dead, and they're actually training there. Another thing, now that I think about it, God, how can I leave this out? So somehow, like, when Majin Buu killed all the people on Earth, he didn't kill Ten Shinhan, and Ten Shinhan actually makes his way to stall for a minute when before Goku arrives back on Earth with Gohan and all them. So you get a little cameo of him. But Yamcha and Krillin are actually training with King Kai, with Pikkon, and the guy who looks like Hercules, who you saw in the Otherworld tournament. And Kid Buu shows up there and starts wreaking havoc of all of them, and eventually makes his way to the planet of the Kais, where he has the last stand of Goku and Vegeta. And Vegeta's like, "I will not fuse ever again!" So they're fighting one-on-one, and actually Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. And Vegeta's just enamored by how powerful he is, and he finally concedes to the fact that Kakarot is the best. He's the strongest. He's always been the strongest, and he concedes that fact finally. And they all are just getting overwhelmed. But what eventually happens is they're having a bit of a battle, and actually you get some backstory of some other episodes here. Let's see. You get an episode about Kaioshin talking about how there was the 4 Kais back in the day, and actually the reason why the Fat Majin Buu is good, because he absorbed the Dai Kaioshin, who is the supreme Kai of all Kais, and that's why they're still good within him. And he was sealed away back then, and that's why he was fighting him. And evil Kid Buu is the evil version of Buu, and etc. etc. So Vegeta comes up with the plan for Dende to go to New Namek, and he goes there. And this scene is incredible. I also love this scene, especially with the music, when Dende's with Elder Mori, and they decide to summon Porunga. With the dragon music, it's fucking awesome. This is a great scene. I love this.
I was wrong. Everything's a go.
Thank goodness. Please, proceed now.
Right, we're on it.
Allow me, I'll give it a whirl. Arise, Porunga!
It wasn't me!
Magnificent sight.
Wow, he's huge. Amazing.
Why have you summoned me? Name your first wish and I will grant it.
Well, Mr. Guardian of Earth, go ahead.
Get your planet back.
Alright, Earth. This time, I'll keep you free from harm or I'll die trying.
I can't hear you.
Carlantion, Chumson, Recreato Anchanson, Onson, Tela Esenai Porunga.
That is not an easy wish. Okay, it shall be done.
So Porunga recreates Earth, and the thing that's different with the Namekian dragon, Porunga, is that he can grant 3 wishes. So the first wish is to bring back Earth. The second wish is to bring back the people of Earth. And this is all Vegeta's plan, mind you, because, you know, they were fighting him one-on-one. And then eventually, actually, the fat Majin Buu came out of the Kid Buu. So on the planet of the Kais, you actually have you have Goku and Vegeta, the fat Majin Buu, and Mr. Satan and B are on the planet, which is funny as hell because Mr. Satan's, you know, encouraging the fat Majin Buu to fight the good Majin Buu. So Vegeta's plan is to bring the people of Earth back, and he says to Goku, Kakarot, you've done this all yourself. Perhaps the people of Earth need to help defend their planet. And his plan is for Goku to use a Genki Dama, the Spirit Bomb, to get the people of Earth to use their energy to make it happen. And what happens is Vegeta is talking to the people of Earth, and they're all like, what's this? Am I hearing shit? Am I doing drugs? Like, hear this cranky guy's voice. And mind you, some of them probably recall him from the World Tournament killing all those people a matter of days ago. Because really, this whole saga takes place in a matter of days, you know. So, and they're all brought back to life. Who the hell knows what they think because they're murdered by either Vegeta or Buu or whoever. And so what happens is right here, just a couple more clips here, but I have to show them because they're just awesome. So Vegeta has the people of Earth use their energy.
Citizen, please! The situation is critical! Raise your hand!
So actually what happens is Vegeta asks, and they don't listen because he's got the cranky voice, and then Goku asks. And actually with Goku asking, he gets his friends to give energy. Gohan, Piccolo, Goten, Trunks, Android 17, Android 8, Android 8, from the original Dragon Ball, Aider. So good seeing those cameos.
Who's that guy? He's different from the last one.
I don't know, but I like this one. I believe him. I think it's scandalous. I mean, really, who are they to talk to us from the sky?
And Vegeta's stalling for him. Of course, he's no match for Evil Buu. So then what happens is Vegeta tells Mr. Satan, like, dude, you need to, the people will listen to you. You need to ask for help.
What's wrong with you ingrates? Can't you lend us a hand? Come on! How many times have I saved you people, huh?
Hey, that was Mr. Satan. Mom, it's Mr. Satan. I recognize that voice anywhere.
Hey, you're right. Wow.
Oh no, it was him all right. Dude, if that was not the champ, I will eat the hat I am wearing.
What?
It was.
It really is him.
It's Vegeta!
He saved us from Cell, and always trying to save us from Majin
He's the
Buu.
mastermind behind this.
Who were those other guys?
Yeah, if that was really the champ, why didn't he talk to us sooner?
Please, don't doubt. I was working undercover. That's why I didn't speak to you.
Working undercover,
I was
yeah,
keeping
right.
my identity a secret. Now raise up those hands and lend me that energy so I can defeat Majin Buu. Nothing personal. I just don't think they would do it unless they thought it was me. And at this point, defeating Majin Buu is all that matters.
Everyone, it's him, Mr. Satan. Raise your hands. It's him, the
Look at the Dragon Quest like enemies. Dragon Ball references. The military. So anyway, so what happens is they're getting their energies, and this another great scene too with seeing Android 17 again.
It's been a long time since I've heard that voice. Well, what do we have here? 2 more volunteers.
No way.
Yeah, I forgot our anniversary.
Oh, man. Wow.
Hey, you beat me to it.
Aw, gotta love it. So anyway, so what happens is, Goku gets his energy. It's still not enough. And what happens also is, Vegeta's stalling with Buu, and Buu's got him pinned down. And it, if Goku were to throw the spirit bomb at him, first of all, it wouldn't be enough, and he'd kill Vegeta too. So, mind you, with Porunga, they had granted 2 of the 3 wishes. So they are like, all right, let's use the final wish to power up Goku. So they use the final wish to restore Goku's power so he can go Super Saiyan to get even more energy. And what happens is the fat Majin Buu hits Kid Buu, knocks him out of the way, and then Mr. Satan grabs Vegeta and rescues him. And freaking Mr. Satan saved the world. He saved the world again. You gotta love him. Kind of ironic, but he saves the world, and they Goku throws the Genki Dama, kills Kid Buu, and that's that. It's a happy ending. And then you have a great scene where they're both lying on the ground. Goku and Vegeta are lying on the ground, and they look up. They give each other the thumbs up. That's going to be the thumbnail for this video. They give each other the thumbs up, start laughing, and just a great ending. Really, episodes 283 to 286 are the best episodes of the entire series, in my honest opinion. From the great moments to the great cameos. So good. I love it. I absolutely love it. And you get a finale there, and they make their way back to the lookout and reunite with everybody. And then you see the fat Majin Buu, and Mr. Satan's like, oh, I'm going to take him under my wing. He'll be our friend. And so he reforms Majin Buu, and all he wants to do is eat ice cream and chocolate and everything. And they use Shenron to wish away the memories of Majin Buu so that, it's perfectly normal to see a fat pink guy walking around, but they erase the memories of him causing all that harm. And also, years later, you get Majin Buu going in the street trying to get ice cream.
Oh my! Lucky! Wow!
14 flavors, 2 for every day of the week. So, which flavor would you like today, sir?
What? All cones!
That's all 14 flavors, sir. Hey, wait a second. You haven't paid.
Who has his cone?
Yes, dude, but it's not for free. You have to give me money for that. Now, here.
Oh, that's mine! Give it back!
Forget it, buddy. Money first.
Never, Boo. Do you hear me? Don't get angry.
Did you hear that, Mr. Satan? He's thinking like, oh, Boo has to be good now.
Honey, we're not supposed to get angry.
So what happens is Majin Buu, he does this boxing tournament where he makes money and he fights this dude.
Wow, that would make for a good match.
It's not a fight. It's a game, that's all.
Ice cream!
Ready, go!
So this is the people of the great Mr. Satan, huh? So this is...
Honey, ice cream!
You peep well? That's from Bit for Beef!
Are you okay? Speak to me, big guy, please!
So he wins and gets his money to buy all the cones. Boo want cones!
Look, there he is! That's the guy who knocked out Pickle Pete!
Oh my god, look at all those cones.
Kidding.
Oh my gosh, that's 100,000 zennies!
Wait, pig dude, your change. Sir, you gave me too much money.
What? You keep money! Boo, keep ice cream!
Oh, you gotta love Boo. So, alright, so, we're going long again, but I don't care. I'm having so much fun recording this. So, what episode is that? That is episode 287. And then later on in that episode, he goes shopping with Bulma. And they go to, like, the jewelry store. He starts trying to eat the jewelry. And the guys who he was fighting in boxing, they try to rob the store. And Boo defeats them and saves the day. And he's, like, a hero and stuff. And then you have the 10-year time skip. And that's, 10 years later, obviously, at the next tournament. And, Goku shows up. Vegeta shows up. Older Goten. Older Mr. Satan. And you see B, the dog, who's gotten big and fat. And then granddaughter Pan, who's the daughter of Gohan and Videl. And Vegeta and Goku are talking about this mysterious fighter appearing at the tournament. And it turns out to be this young boy named Oob, which is basically Boo inverted. And right before Goku killed the evil Majin Buu with the Spirit Bomb, he made a request to King Yemma to reincarnate Majin Buu as someone with a more good heart that he can challenge in the future, and that's Oob. And he battles him and, knows that he has a bunch of unlocked potential. And it ends, there's a few episodes there where they fight, and it ends with episode 291, Goku's next journey, where he leaves, travels off with Oob to begin their training. Now, as far as the sequels go, you have Dragon Ball GT, which gets a lot of unfair hate. I haven't watched it since I was a kid, since it was on Toonami, but I do remember the Baby Saga, and I remember the ending with fighting Omega Shenron. So maybe I'll rewatch that at some point. And then as far as Super goes, I've seen all 3 movies, and I've seen parts of it, and I've actually read some of the manga. And interestingly enough, they bring Oob recently in the Moro arc, in the latest part of the manga. So it's interesting how they do that. And Super essentially takes place right after Dragon Ball Z, whereas in this, you have like the scene with Boo and his ice cream there, and then the next episode is 10 years later. So Super sort of covers that 10-year time skip in a certain sense. Maybe I'll have to rewatch. I haven't watched Super all the way through. I've seen like parts of it. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z is great. I loved it. I loved watching it as a kid. I've rewatched it so many times. Like I said, as a kid, watching it, 97 or 98 when it originally aired, and then you got all the reruns up until 99, where they eventually finished up the Frieza saga, and then it went all the way through to 03 to the end there, and then right after that, you got the original Dragon Ball. They started doing that, and then GT, which ran up until like 05, and then in like 09 or 10, you got Dragon Ball Z Kai, which was on Nicktoons, and that went up until it was the abridged version of the Cell saga, essentially, all the way to the Cell saga. Which instead of having, what was the Cell Saga, 180, 190 episodes, it was around 100 episodes. They cut a lot of the filler and all action and stuff and more connected to the manga. And then eventually, recently, like I think 2015 or 2016, they did the final chapters, which covered the Majin Buu saga. And of course, they pretty much brought back all the same voice actors. I think they recast Bulma and young Gohan, but, they kept Sean Schemmel and Christopher Sabat and all them. But yeah, I mean, love talking about Dragon Ball. I don't know who's going to watch this video because it's gone on way too long, but terrific. The ending, I love the ending, especially seeing granddaughter Pan, and she's fighting like this big dude, and she beats him really, really easily, because she's got Super Saiyan blood in her. She's the daughter of Gohan and Videl, and mind you, Videl is more powerful than her father. That much is certain. But, yeah, guys, I love doing these videos. Love talking about it. At some point, I have all the movies. I'll have to rewatch the movies and maybe just do singular reviews for each movie, because I think there's like 13 Dragon Ball movies. And that way, instead of going on for like 40 minutes, I can do like 10-minute videos to cover each movie. And then at some point, I'm going to reread the manga and talk about that. And then there's other animes I'd like to talk about in the future. I mean, hold on one sec. Let me just grab a few that we can talk about. We can talk about... let's see. Here's some that I really want to rewatch that I have Blu-rays of. I'm just grabbing them real quick. I can go through Yu Yu Hakusho, which I've wanted to talk about and rewatch. I watched this. Now, the thing with Yu Yu Hakusho is that was on Adult Swim and then on Toonami. And when it was on Adult Swim, it was really graphic. It was on really late at night. I remember watching that back in the day. very good series, especially what was that, season 2 or season 3 when they fought Toguro and Sensei. Cowboy Bebop, which is, a classic. Everyone's seen this one, I think. And then another deep cut, which I want to rewatch, is Trigun. Vosh the Stampede. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me rewatch them and talk about them. But I think as far as video I'm going to do sooner rather than later is talking about the Dragon Ball Z movies. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon.